Lots of interesting facts in just 1 hour? Like this post, your favorite series is starting. Ida is a robot that paints, writes poetry, and has already sold more than $1 million worth of art. She's more talented than many humans. This British android has cameras in her eyes, a robotic arm, and AI algorithms that turn what she sees into sketches and paintings. She has exhibited in museums, even painted a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and rubs shoulders with flesh and blood artists. Her works are auctioned for thousands of dollars, while many humans can barely draw a stick figure. The future of art is half silicon, half existentialism. In Japan, they created a flying bike that hovers for 40 minutes. We're almost in Back to the Future. The idea is simple. They took a motorcycle, attached giant drone propellers, and said, "What if we make it fly?" The result is a kind of flying broomstick, a Japanese millionaire version that can stay in the air for several minutes. Don't expect to be cruising through the sky just yet. It's more of a futuristic demo than everyday transportation. A man in South Africa sleeps with cheetahs to build trust. And it wasn't even on the menu yet. This handler decided that the best way to work with wild cheetahs was to have sleepovers with them. He shares his bed with felines that can run at more than 60 miles per hour and have teeth the size of his fingers. With so much time spent together, he ends up being one of the pack, only without spots. He doesn't use an alarm to wake them up though. A deep purr and he's already sitting on the bed. A girl was saved from a bear thanks to listening to Rihanna. The music literally saved her life. She was walking along peacefully with her headphones on when she saw a bear coming straight toward her. Instead of panicking, she turned up the volume and let Rihanna do her thing. The noise and her decidedly unappealing eating habits convinced the bear to find another snack. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of a pop diva as a wildlife repellent. In Romania, a man balanced 319 wine glasses on his head and danced, a world record without spilling a single one. Imagine having to walk with one glass on your head. Now multiply that by 319 and add music and an audience watching. The guy stacked the glasses into an impossible tower and moved as if he were in legendary balancing mode. Not a single toast went flying. If this doesn't deserve applause, or better yet, a complimentary glass of wine, I don't know what does. A ballerina performed ballet in Antarctica on a ship. Frozen and epic art. While most people there are only thinking about not freezing to death, she decided to put on her point shoes and dance among icebergs. The setting: a boat moving, polar winds, and an endless white landscape. Every turn seemed to carry the risk of slipping and falling into the icy water. But the contrast is striking. Utter delicacy in one of the most hostile places on the planet. In Croatia, there's a heart-shaped island called Galeshnjak, ideal for weddings and romantic selfies. From the air, it looks like a heart emoji lying in the Adriatic Sea, perfect for saying "I love you" without words. It has no big cities or amusement parks. Its appeal lies in its shape and scenery. Some couples fly over it in small planes just for the aerial photo of the century. Basically, it's the geographical version of a Valentine's Day card. There are concrete mattresses that protect coastlines from erosion. Tough but useful. They're like giant blankets made of interlocking concrete blocks laid on the sand or the seabed. At first glance, they look like something out of Minecraft, but they're designed so the waves crash on them and don't erode the coastline. Over time, seaweed and fish use them as homes, so they end up being luxury condominiums for marine life, of course. A Portuguese priest is also a DJ. He plays electronic music right in the middle of Mass. By day, he wears a cassock, gives sermons, and distributes blessings. By night, he swaps the sensor for a mixing console and mixes beats. His idea is to connect with young people using what moves them most: music. So instead of solemn choirs, You hear drops in bass that make you say amen and turn it up. At the same time, God willing, the dance floor is never empty. A mother used AI to turn her children's mess into a news report. The result? A record-breaking cleanup. She recorded the chaos of their room and asked the AI to narrate it as if it were a dramatic news report. Toys, kidnapped. Clothes, missing. The floor, uninhabitable. The kids were in total chaos mode and rushed to tidy up and change the headlines. The next generation isn't afraid of punishment. They're afraid of appearing in a special edition of Disorder News. For just $35, you can sleep in a capsule hotel in Japan, mini with USB ports and mandatory silence. Ideal for introverts. Each capsule is like your own personal mini spaceship. Mattress, light, outlets, sometimes a TV, all compressed into a few cubic feet. There are no windows, but there are curtains and absolute peace, as long as you respect the golden rule: zero noise. The hallways look like giant bread baskets filled with sleeping humans. Perfect if you want to save money, recharge your batteries, and avoid awkward conversations. Liuba, a 50,000-year-old baby mammoth, was found so well preserved that she looks like she's asleep. She was found in the Siberian permafrost with her skin, trunk, and even stomach contents intact. Scientists went wild. It's like having an instruction manual for what a baby mammoth looked like. Some even dreamed of cloning her Jurassic Park style. But for now, she's only useful for studying the past, not for setting up a prehistoric zoo. Even so, it's the longest nap ever. An earthquake-proof bed closes like a safe and stores water, food, and a rescue signal. When it detects a strong tremor, poof, it folds you inwards as if the earth were swallowing you, but safely. Inside, there's a mattress, supplies, and even systems to call for help, all designed to hold you until rescuers arrive. It's kind of terrifying to look at, but in an earthquake, it's basically a high-tech turtle mode. Sleeping and surviving have never been so intertwined. Ben Allen created a giant 12-foot NES controller. You need 2 people just to play. The controller is so enormous that one button is almost the size of a table. To jump with Mario, you literally have to run to the A button. It's a mix between a video game and CrossFit. You end up sweaty, but happy. It's 80s nostalgia taken to the physical extreme, ideal for showing off who's really good with controllers. Cleopatra married her brothers to maintain power, and although she was an Egyptian queen, she was of Greek blood. In her family, the family tree was more like a roundabout. They married among themselves to ensure the throne remained within the dynasty. She belonged to the Ptolemies, descendants of one of Alexander the Great's generals, so her origins were Greek even though she ruled Egypt. She spoke several languages and knew how to navigate politics better than many emperors. Drama, power, and family strategies worthy of an old-fashioned soap opera. In China, they created the Rotundbot police robot, spherical and armed with gas. BB-8 with a badge. It's a kind of technological ball that patrols stations and airports. Rolling on its own, it has cameras, sensors, and can identify suspicious situations while strolling around as if nothing were amiss. If things get rough, it has speakers to give orders and gas to deter unruly citizens. It's so round you'll want to take a selfie, but it's best to behave yourself just in case. By 2026, China plans to have 1,000 humanoid robots assisting in homes and factories. A real future. The idea is for these androids to perform repetitive, heavy, or dangerous tasks, from carrying boxes to helping with household chores. Tech companies are already competing to create the perfect employee that doesn't complain, doesn't ask for vacations, and recharges by plugging it in. For now, they walk a little strangely, but every year they look more like extras in a science fiction movie, only in real life. The bionic bee is a robotic bee that can pollinate in emergencies. High-tech flight. Developed by the company Festo, it measures about 9 inches and weighs just 34 grams, with a motor, batteries, and sensors in a tiny body. It can fly in coordinated swarms, like an army of cyborg bees. The idea is that, one day, they will help where real bees are lacking due to pollution or climate change. Think of them as tiny drones with insect-like souls saving crops. Motorized pants already exist. The M-Go gives you over 40% more strength when climbing hills. Bionic legs activated. On the outside, they look like ordinary pants, but they conceal a soft exoskeleton with motors and sensors. When they detect you're climbing stairs or an incline, they give you a little push, making you feel like an Olympic athlete without a gym. Ideal for delivery drivers, cyclists, or people who live in hilly cities. Basically, it's like putting your calves in turbo mode. In Turkey, a 538 square foot Byzantine mosaic was discovered beneath a hotel. It's almost 1,500 years old and intact. Imagine being on vacation, going to the hotel pool, and discovering that beneath your feet lies a carpet of ancient stones. The mosaic displays geometric figures and decorative scenes so crisp it looks brand new. The archaeologists had to work like surgeons to uncover it without damaging it. The result, the hotel ended up with a museum-quality historic floor. Fontis is a brilliant bottle for cyclists that converts humidity from the air into drinking water using solar energy. It works like a mini fog catcher with technology. Air enters, condenses, and boom, droplets accumulate as drinkable water. Ideal for long rides where there are no kiosks or other people nearby. While you pedal, the sun powers the system, and you watch as the bottle fills itself. It's the closest thing to having the superpower to summon water in the middle of the road. Two twins fought inside the womb, and the ultrasound image went viral. They started their rivalry before they were even born. In the video, they can be seen playfully swatting at each other, as if they were fighting over the best seat. The parents, both surprised and amused, already suspect who will blame whom for starting the fights in childhood. If things were like this before birth, imagine the fights over toys years later. These two were definitely born competitive. In Australia, a cat can perform over 20 tricks. She's faster and more balanced than many humans. Her name is Didja, and she jumps, rolls, gives her paw, rides a skateboard, and even does feline parkour. Her human trained her with patience and treats, proving that cats aren't just professional at ignoring you. Videos show her mastering obstacles like a furry Olympic athlete. Further proof that cats, if they want, can do whatever they please better than us. There's a guitar without strings. The Liber Live C1 uses sensors to play chords with buttons, so forget about tuning and cutting your fingers. It's like having a guitar mixed with a joystick. You press buttons, move your hand, and the technology takes care of the rest. Ideal for learning songs quickly, practicing at night without disturbing anyone, and feeling like a rock star with zero prior experience. Basically, a guitarist in easy mode but with realistic sound. Discover the village of Anosibe Ambohibi, nestled within the crater of an extinct volcano in Madagascar. Some 300 people live surrounded by lush, green walls, like a giant natural salad bowl. They cultivate mainly citrus fruits, and the village is so isolated that reaching it is quite an adventure. It's like a world apart, a peaceful life, literally at the bottom of an extinct volcano. Explore the caves of Granada, where people live inside the mountain with natural air conditioning. In summer they're cool, in winter warm, all thanks to the thickness of the rock that maintains a nearly constant temperature. From the outside, they look like white holes in the hillside. Inside, modern homes with kitchens, sofas, and Wi-Fi. It's like combining caveman life with 21st century comfort. Discover Pule cheese, a gourmet delicacy made with donkey milk and a little goat's milk that can cost over $1,000 per kilo. It's produced in minute quantities in a Serbian reserve, and it takes many liters of milk for just 1 kilo, which is why it's so rare. They say its flavor is somewhat similar to manchego cheese, with intense notes and a unique texture. It's the kind of cheese you don't cut into cubes, you present it like an edible jewel. Imagine the Yahoo executives in 2000 saying, "Nah, thanks," when they could have bought Google for $1 million. At that time, Google was just a promising search engine, and Yahoo was the king of the internet. Years later, Google dominates the digital world, and Yahoo, well, it exists. It's probably one of the most expensive no, not today buyouts in business history. Meet the town knew the AirLife trash can, a bin that looks like a space gadget. It opens, seals, compresses, and lasts up to a month on battery power. This way the trash takes up less space and doesn't smell, as if it were in its own vacuum-sealed capsule. It's perfect for small homes, offices, or people who hate changing the bag all the time. Futurism applied to the least glamorous aspects of the home, but incredibly useful. Discover Lola Roy, the French woman who performs parkour as if she were flying between buildings. One of her wildest jumps was between rooftops, separated by 52 feet, where a mistake is unforgivable. She runs, jumps, and lands with such precision that it seems as if the ground is waiting for her exactly where she chooses. Watching her videos is pure adrenaline without leaving your couch. Think of saffron, that spice that looks like harmless little red threads, but is worth a fortune. It takes around 150000 flowers to obtain 1 kilo because only 3 microscopic threads are extracted by hand from each flower. That's why a kilo can reach $1,000 or more, especially if it's high quality. Every pinch that falls into the pot is basically a mini aromatic ingot. Walk down Ruetta Street in Italy, where one section is barely 16 inches wide. It's so narrow that if you pass someone, you practically have to decide who gets squashed against the wall. Just squeezing in with a backpack or large bag is a logistical challenge. It's the perfect spot for that, "Look, I'm almost wider than the street" photo. Listen to Geert Schotrue, the guy who whistles better than many people play instruments. His breath control and pitch are so precise that he can perform classical pieces and complicated melodies using only his lips. He's won world whistling championships, where he's judged like a violinist. You close your eyes and think you're hearing a flute until you see him whistle. Meet Jovante Carter and his facial superpower. He can raise his lower lip until it completely covers his nostrils. He held it like that for 1 minute and 2 seconds to achieve an absolutely absurd and wonderful world record. His face looks like it came straight out of a rubber band cartoon. It won't save the world, but it will save the social media algorithm. Discover Scott Berner's feat of taking reverse to another level by driving at around 56 miles per hour in reverse for 1320 feet. Controlling the car like that, while looking in the rearview mirror, is almost like driving a car backward on a racetrack. He achieved an official record without spinning out. After that, parallel parking must seem like a joke. Enter the submerged bike path in the Netherlands, where you'll pedal with the canal water at eye level. The path dips slightly, and the side walls contain the water, so you stay dry while ducks swim alongside you. It's like cycling along the bottom of an empty pool, but with real scenery. Perfect for photos that say, "Look, I'm cycling inside the lake." Discover threading, the Indian hair removal method that uses only tangled cotton to trap and pull out hair with millimeter precision. The esthetician twists the thread over the skin, and the hairs are caught like miniature ribbons. It's ideal for well-defined eyebrows and small areas. An ancient technique that puts many modern beauty devices to shame. Visit the Slenic Prahova salt mine in Romania, a giant underground place that looks like a life-size Minecraft map. The walls have geometric patterns, and the space is so large that there are even sports courts and recreation areas inside. Salty air is considered good for the lungs, so some people go there to breathe it and stroll around. It's like an underground theme park made of salt. Check out what the MSCHF Collective made. A mini bag so microscopic it's smaller than a grain of salt. It can only be seen properly with a special microscope, but it's still sold for over $6,000 as a piece of art fashion. The idea is to mock extreme luxury and paying fortunes for impractical things. It's the concept of a designer bag taken to the extreme of absurdity. Enter the Corpus Museum in the Netherlands and explore a giant human body as if you were a tourist cell. You enter through a leg, ascend through organs and systems, while screens and sounds explain what's happening inside. Everything vibrates, pulsates, and makes digestive noises you wouldn't normally hear so close up. It's a biology class turned educational roller coaster. Try black sapota, a fruit that doesn't look like much on the outside but tastes like chocolate pudding on the inside. When ripe, its pulp becomes dark, creamy, and sweet, perfect for desserts without added sugar. People mix it with milk, vanilla, or cocoa, and it becomes a healthy mousse. It's the most natural way to trick your brain. You eat fruit, but it tastes like dessert. Check out the Titanic pizza that covers the equivalent of 5 tennis courts, made with pieces that fit together like a giant puzzle of dough, cheese, and sauce. Cooking it requires mobile ovens, an army of people, and a lot of logistics. The best part is that all those slices were donated to charity. A world record with a taste of solidarity. Meet the Brazilian skydiver who decided to reforest the Amazon from the air. Instead of just enjoying the free fall, he released some 100 million encapsulated seeds to scatter over deforested areas. The result is a shower of future trees falling from the sky. Skydiving with real ecological impact, adrenaline and reforestation at the same time. Discover quantum stealth, a kind of invisibility cloak developed by Hyperstealth in Canada. It's a material that bends light around whatever it covers, making what's behind it appear blurred or almost disappear, even in infrared. It's not movie magic, but the effect is crazy enough to camouflage people or objects. It's the closest thing we have to a Harry Potter-style cloak, but a military version. Meet Terry Horton, a woman who bought a painting for $5 at a thrift store that could be a Jackson Pollock worth millions. For years, she fought with experts and auction houses to have it recognized as authentic. The estimated value was around $50 million, but she died without selling it. It's the ultimate plot twist, having a scratch hanging in your home that could be worth more than a building. Listen to Schneider, who decided to turn the sounds of his washing machine into a home synthesizer. He records beeps, spins, and clicks, uploads them to his computer, and transforms them into surprisingly good electronic rhythms. Suddenly, the laundry program becomes a dance floor. Of course, if the washing machine breaks down, you might be left without a hit song. Discover the ultimate version of Uber, helicopter rides to avoid brutal traffic jams in some cities and at events. You book the flight, arrive at the heliport, and in minutes you're above all the trapped cars. It's expensive, but the view and the time saved are incredible. It's like going from "I'm late" to "I'm landing like a boss." Discover Mythical Rocket, the person who types 262 words per minute, an insane speed. His fingers move so fast that the keyboard seems like a musical instrument in solo mode. And it's not just spam. He maintains incredibly high accuracy while typing. Watching him makes you want to practice or accept that your destiny is a slow index finger. Learn about the extraordinary life of Michael Tolotos, who spent 82 years in a monastery without ever seeing a woman. He was taken there as a baby and lived isolated on a sacred mountain in Greece, always surrounded only by monks. No television, no social media, no female visitors. His world was pure monastic life. While the planet changed and became filled with technology, he remained in his spiritual bubble. Discover kinball, a sport where the ball is 4 feet in diameter and cannot touch the ground. 3 teams of different colors play at the same time, so it's total chaos, Everyone runs after a giant ball. The serving team names another color, and that team has to prevent the ball from hitting the ground. It's like volleyball mixed with a children's game and improvised choreography. Meet Priscilla Dunstan, the woman who claims to have deciphered the basic language of babies. According to her, sounds like ne, o, or he indicate hunger, sleepiness, or discomfort and are repeated by babies all over the world. Her system aims to help first-time parents better understand their cries. It's like having a little dictionary translating from "I'm crying, baby" to "I'm hungry now." Watch Thor Bjornsson, the mountain, training with his wife. Literally, he holds her like a weight and does squats, presses, and all sorts of exercises. For him, it's training. For her, a kind of romantic roller coaster. When your gym routine includes lifting your partner, the concept of a strong relationship becomes very literal. Discover the bizarre arcades of Japan, where the machines don't give out stuffed animals, but live seafood or other real objects. You operate the claw, and if you succeed, you take home your edible prize. It's a mix of video game, fishing, and supermarket. Of course, every failed attempt stings because you think, there goes my dinner. Meet the holographic head device that attends meetings in your place. It's a kind of totem with a floating 3D head that reproduces your face, gestures, and voice in real time. This way, you can be virtually in the room without leaving your house. Science fiction applied to, I don't want to travel for this meeting. Discover Luke Jerram, the artist who created a 23-foot moon that hangs in museums and galleries around the world. His Museum of the Moon uses real NASA images, so every crater and speck is there, only in a giant version. People walk underneath, take photos, and feel like they're standing in front of a private indoor moon. It's like bringing the night sky into the exhibition hall. Meet Menga, the artist of patience who stacked 1,512 wooden blocks without glue or any tricks. Each piece is positioned with millimeter precision so that the weight is distributed and the tower doesn't fall. A slight tremor or a strong gust of wind, and it would all come crashing down, but it stands firm, defying gravity. It's the ultimate Jenga, taken to a Zen level. Owls camouflage themselves by stretching their bodies to resemble thin branches, and the trick is so good that they look like part of the tree. Some make themselves super thin, pressing their feathers against their bodies and raising those little feather antlers to look like dry twigs. This is how they deceive predators and also gossipy little birds that would give them away by squawking. They are basically feathered ninjas of the forest. In parahawking, paragliders fly alongside trained hawks or vultures, which guide them toward warm air currents. The bird goes ahead, marking the highway of the wind, and the human follows as if they had winged GPS. While the bird receives food as a reward, the pilot gains altitude without expending much energy. It's literally flying by following nature's original flight master. A street drummer grabs a bunch of old buckets and turns them into a concert-level drum set. Each bucket has a different sound. Bass drum, tom, snare drum, all created with pure imagination. People walk by wondering, what is that noise? And he ends up recording with his cell phone because it sounds amazing. Clear proof that talent matters more than equipment. In the French Alps, there's a glass platform at 12,139 feet that simulates freefall without you having to jump into the void. They hook you up with harnesses, a strong wind blows, and the transparent floor makes you feel like you're floating over the abyss. Your legs say no thanks, but your brain screams, Instagram photo now. It's an adrenaline, safe version. Sort of. The cat in The Godfather wasn't in the script. Marlon Brando found it wandering around the set and put it on his lap. The feline stole the scene with its purrs, while the mobster talked about shady deals. The cat's sound was so loud that they had to raise Brando's voice in post-production. No plans, no casting. The best extra was a stray cat. Roman Boutin takes ordinary coins and turns them into mini machines with gears that move when you touch them. Some have skulls that open their jaws, others gears that spin like tiny clocks. They look like cursed coins from a steampunk video game. They're so detailed you're afraid of losing one in your pocket next to your regular coins. In Fano, Denmark, the sky fills with giant kites shaped like octopuses, dragons, and other bizarre things. Miles of beach, perfect winds, and hundreds of people controlling strings like cloud tamers. Some kites are so big they look like hot air balloons lying on their sides. It's the kind of festival where you look up at the sky and don't know where to put all the photos. A map shows which YouTube channels earn the most money in each country, according to data from Social Blade. You see the faces of YouTubers, gamers, and people who react to things on a world map full of numbers. It's striking to see how much someone can generate from their bedroom with a camera and a good algorithm. It's the perfect reminder that your teacher was right. The future is on the internet. Euglosini bees look like jewels with wings. Metallic, shiny, almost fantastical. They live in Central and South America and are key to pollinating exotic orchids. The males even collect flower fragrances to attract mates, as if they were wearing luxury perfume. They are the perfect combination of functional insects and dazzling accessories of nature. A keyboard with a secondary touchscreen turns the bottom into an extra mini monitor. You can see shortcuts, blending bars, preview images, or play a video while you type. It's like having two screens in a single piece of crazy hardware. Ideal for those who want to work and procrastinate at the same time without switching windows. The sculpture Karma in New York is a stack of human figures, one on top of the other, covering their eyes. Because of its shape and perspective, from certain angles it appears infinitely tall, as if it were lost in the sky. It plays with shadow and volume to trick the eye and make it look bigger than it is. It's literally see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil transformed into a giant tower. The pearlfish is so shy that it hides inside the rectums of sea cucumbers. Yes, it chose the strangest Airbnb in the ocean, but there it's protected from predators. Sometimes it goes in alone, and other times it shares its apartment with another equally strange fish. Things happen at the bottom of the sea that not even the craziest screenwriters dare to invent. They created a meatball with woolly mammoth DNA, using lab-grown meat mixed with reconstructed genes. It was presented at a museum as an experiment to show the future of cultured meat and the ethical debate surrounding it. Nobody ate it for safety reasons, but everyone looked at it as if it were the Jurassic Park meatball version, science, marketing, and mammoths on the same plate. Sologamy is the trend of marrying oneself. Ring, ceremony, and vows of self-love. Some people dress up, throw parties, and even promise to care for and respect themselves for life. More than a joke, they see it as a symbolic ritual of self-esteem. It's like saying, my most serious relationship is with myself. MSCHF's reversible sneakers can be worn normally or inside out, with the sole facing backward. They're incredibly unusual, like a video game glitch made into a shoe. They attract so much attention that it doesn't matter if they're comfortable. You've already won the conversation starter. Fashion designed to confuse the brain and make Instagram laugh. A Belgian draft horse pulled 18 men in a test of strength that seems straight out of medieval times. These horses are enormous, muscular, and bred to pull incredibly heavy loads. The men strained to resist, and the horse barely seemed to be breaking a sweat. It's like watching a live tractor with a mane. Hypertrichosis is a condition where hair grows almost all over the body, which inspired legends of werewolves. Some people have their face, arms, and torso completely covered in hair, and for centuries they were exhibited in circuses. Today it is understood as an extremely rare genetic disorder, not something monstrous. Science explaining what was once pure myth. There is a garbage island in the Pacific, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, with more than 6,177,63 square miles. And it is not the only one. There are at least 2 other similar accumulations in other oceans. It is not a solid island, but a soup of plastics and debris floating where currents intersect. Even so, it is larger than several countries combined. It is the ugliest reminder of our history with plastic. In the Silent Hill PT demo, a ghost named Lisa follows you for part of the game, but you don't see her until certain terrifying moments. Fans discovered through hacks that the ghost model sticks to your back the whole time, digitally breathing down your neck. This explains why the game feels so unsettling even when nothing seems to be happening. Psychological fear at the "I don't want to turn my back to the screen" level. Today, AI can create hyper-realistic videos, like a cat cooking or people who never existed speaking perfectly to the camera. The models generate images, voices, and movements so believable that it's hard to distinguish what's real. This opens creative doors and also problems of misinformation and deception. Welcome to a world where saying, "I saw it on video," no longer proves anything. Pinocchio doesn't just lie. His name comes from Pino, pine, and Accio, or Uccio, and is interpreted as little wooden head in Italian. It's a nickname that fits perfectly with a boy made of boards and nails. His creator, Collodi, probably didn't imagine that this name would become a worldwide synonym for a growing nose. Today, if you say Pinocchio, everyone understands charming liar. A Mexican man invented a pavement that repairs itself with water. Cracks are filled thanks to a special chemical reaction. Instead of tearing it up and repaving it, the material heals itself when it rains or gets wet. It won international awards for the sustainability of the idea. It's like having streets with a self-repair button activated by a storm. In Smooth Criminal, it's said that the heartbeats heard at the beginning come from Michael Jackson's actual heart, recorded with a studio stethoscope. It's a tiny detail that adds tension before the bass and drums kick in. The result is an intro that sounds like a mafia hospital soundtrack. Vital rhythm taken to the highest artistic level. A bridge of coins held together without glue is supported by pure physics. Each coin rests on the other at just the right angle. When you assemble it, it seems like it could all collapse at any moment, but the pressure distributes itself and it stays firm. It's like a mini Roman arch, pocket-sized version. Patience, a steady hand, and a lot of faith in gravity when used correctly. Oreo Panda cookies reveal patterns when you dip them in warm milk. Faces or hidden drawings appear on the cookie. It's a little detail designed for children and curious adults to play with while they're snacking. Between bites, you're basically doing cookie archaeology. Science, sugar, and surprise all in one cup. Xiaozhai Tiankeng in China is the deepest sinkhole in the world, reaching depths of up to 2,171 feet. It's so large that an entire skyscraper, like the Empire State Building, could fit inside with room to spare. Inside, it has its own forest and microclimate, like a hidden world beneath the surface. It's the geological version of a portal to the Earth's core. They say cell phones have up to 30 times more bacteria than a toilet seat because we touch them all day long and almost never clean them. We take them to the bathroom, on public transport, to bed, and then we put them to our faces. They're basically microbe sponges with touch screens. After reading this, that disinfectant wipe doesn't sound so exaggerated anymore. Jeremy Harper decided to count to 1 million out loud, and it took him 89 consecutive days to achieve it. He did it by streaming online, sleeping very little, and organizing his life around the numbers. From 1 to 1000000, all recorded with almost superhuman patience. It's the ultimate challenge for anyone who thinks counting sheep is boring. In 1971, Alan Shepard took an improvised golf club aboard Apollo 14 and played a couple of shots on the moon. Thanks to the low gravity, the ball flew much farther than on Earth, even though he could barely move in a spacesuit. It's the most iconic swing in the history of space sports, golf, but NASA style. Tigers sneeze with a loud but surprisingly adorable noise, a mix of a mini roar and a giant feline achoo. Sometimes they do it to clear their noses of dust or bugs, other times out of sheer irritation. If you hear it up close, you laugh. If you remember it's coming from a 441-pound predator, you back away quickly. Someone built a working sewing machine using only Lego pieces, gears, and a lot of patience. The invention actually sews fabric, stitch by stitch, powered by tiny toy motors. It's engineering at the level of a child genius and a proud seamstress mom. A perfect demonstration that Legos are basically creative laboratory pieces. Harihar Fort in India has almost vertical staircases carved into the rock, resembling a wall with embedded steps. Climbing them is like rock climbing with a built-in ladder and breathtaking views all around. Many tourists climb using their hands and feet, grabbing onto whatever they can. It's the kind of place where you look down and rethink your vacation choices. In Japan, zoo and aquarium staff conduct escape drills dressed as escaped animals. Bears, sea lions, giant penguins. Other employees practice how to contain the animals, calm the public, and act quickly. From the outside, it looks ridiculous and cool at the same time. But behind the cosplay is serious training for real emergencies. The jaguarundi is a wild cat that looks like a cross between an otter and a ferret, and its sounds are more like a bird than a meow. Its body is long, its legs short, and its face slender, like a feline with a snake-like appearance. It lives in the Americas and often goes unnoticed because it's so elusive. It's the cat you unlock just when you thought you'd seen them all. Alex Roca completed a marathon with a 76% physical disability due to cerebral palsy, becoming the first person to achieve this feat with that level of disability. He did it in Barcelona, using an adapted training bike and a will that knows no limits. His motto is, "You set your own limits," and he backs it up with every sporting challenge. He is pure human motivation. The dwarf elephants of Sri Lanka barely reach about 5 feet in height at the shoulder, like a compact version of a regular elephant. They retain their trunks and tusks, but in a reduced package. Even so, they still weigh enough that you wouldn't want one in your living room. They are proof that even giants have a mini version. In Taupo, New Zealand, there's a McDonald's with a real DC-3 airplane converted into a dining room. You order your combo meal at the regular restaurant and then go eat inside the plane, with tables where passenger seats used to be. It's considered one of the most original McDonald's in the world. You eat fries while looking at the cockpit as if you were the co-pilot of a Big Mac. The box turtle has a naturally hinged shell, which allows it to close almost like a safe. When it feels threatened, it tucks in its head, legs, and tail, and click. It's completely sealed. Many predators are left with a round, inedible rock between their paws. It's the biological version of lock mode. Ruellia tuberosa seeds explode when rain falls on them. The capsule bursts open, scattering seeds in all directions. It's their way of traveling without legs or wings, using the rain as a catapult. If you see it in slow motion, it looks like plant fireworks. Every storm is a launching party for baby plants. Hair prostheses are handmade, glued strand by strand onto molds of leather or special materials. The result is a carpet of hair so detailed that it mimics cowlicks, receding hairlines, and natural density. It's then fitted to the client's head as if it were their own scalp. It's pure craftsmanship at the service of the mirror. Abby, the dog from I Am Legend, is actually named Abby and today lives a peaceful and pampered life, retired from Hollywood. After accompanying Will Smith in one of the saddest movies with a dog, she stayed with a family that adores her. She occasionally appears on social media and in interviews, reminiscing about her past as a canine star. A happy ending for the most mourned four-legged actress in film history. At Disney California, the Mickey's Fun Wheel, now Pixar Pal Around, looks like an innocent giant carousel until you climb into the gliding gondolas. These gondolas travel on internal rails and swing like pendulums as the wheel turns. So you go from "what a lovely view" to "why did I eat breakfast?" It's like combining a Ferris wheel, a swing, and a roller coaster into a single toy. Fun and a little scare in 9 minutes of spinning. Discover Spain's Instagram building, La Muralla Roja in Calpe, a red and pink labyrinth of staircases and courtyards that practically beg to be photographed every few feet. Its geometric architecture and vibrant colors have made it one of the most photographed buildings in the country. It looks like something out of a video game or a scene from Squid Game, but it's a real apartment complex with sea views. It's the ultimate dream for any aesthetic feed. Hungary went so far as to issue the highest denomination banknote in history, 100 trillion pengus, actually 100 quintillion, a 1 followed by 20 zeros. It was so much money that it was practically worthless due to the brutal hyperinflation of 1945 to 1946. It was enough for little more than a loaf of bread, but as a numerical anecdote, it's a true financial statistic. Imagine trying to count that kind of money one by one. A lightning storm in Norway left a heartbreaking scene. A single bolt killed more than 300 reindeer instantly on a plateau. The animals were huddled together when the discharge traveled across the wet ground and struck them all. The photos look like something out of an apocalyptic movie, but they are simply nature unleashed. A brutal reminder that the weather is not to be trifled with. The white bellbird has the loudest cry in the bird world. Up to 125 decibels, louder than a chainsaw next to you. The male climbs onto a branch, puffs out his facial flap, and yells to the female, "Can you hear me now?" The crazy thing is, he sings right next to her, so the romance comes with a risk of eardrum damage. Love at full volume. Meet Ray, the unicorn dog. Due to a birth accident, she lost an ear, and the remaining one moved to the center of her head. The result, a golden retriever with a single horn-like ear who went viral. She lives with a family that adores her, and on social media, she's practically an official unicorn princess. Different, adorable, and totally the star. The movie Ratatouille is named after the famous French stew of baked vegetables: tomato, zucchini, eggplant, and the rest. In the film, this humble dish is transformed into the star recipe that makes a bitter critic weep with nostalgia. Thus, the name blends home cooking, a chef mouse, and a play on words with ratatouille, mouse, recipe, and reputation. Controlled implosion is basically making a building deflate inward, like a sandcastle collapsing in slow motion. Experts place explosives in strategic columns and detonate them in a perfectly choreographed sequence. From the outside, you watch the concrete giant fold in on itself in seconds, raising a cloud of dust worthy of an action movie, engineering with a guaranteed dramatic ending. Bionic prostheses with myoelectric sensors read the electrical signals from your muscles and translate them into almost real finger, hand, or arm movements. If you think, "close your hand," the prosthesis translates it into action. Some even have programmable grips for holding a cup, typing, or using a cell phone. It's the closest thing we have to superhero arms in real life. The SLJ 900/32 is a about 640-ton Chinese monster that builds bridges as if it were assembling giant Lego bricks. It moves along the viaduct, lifts the enormous beams, and deposits them with the precision of a robotic surgeon. It's so long it looks like a building on wheels. When you see it working, you understand that modern bridges are basically engineering marvels. The anteater's tongue can measure up to about 24 inches, thin and sticky like a tape measure with glue. It darts it in and out incredibly fast in tunnels full of ants and termites, like an organic vacuum cleaner. It doesn't have teeth, so its superpower is that crazy tongue. It's the king of all-you-can-eat insects. The Senecio peregrinus plant looks like something an artist would draw. Its plump leaves are shaped like tiny dolphins leaping. Hanging in a pot, it resembles a cascade of little green dolphins in the middle of an aquatic show. It's so cute that many people want it just to show it off in photos. Gardening level, my plant is cuter than yours. In Madagascar lives the fossa, an elegant predator that looks like a mix of giant cat, mongoose, and mini puma. It's the largest carnivore on the island and the terror of lemurs, which it hunts by climbing trees as if they were nothing. It moves with a feline grace that's deceiving. It's all muscle and claws. Kombucha is a sweetened tea that's fermented with a much-loved gelatinous monster, the SCOBY, a colony of bacteria and yeast. This living pancake consumes the sugar and creates a tangy, bubbly drink full of probiotics. It looks like a crazy kitchen experiment, but it's a true star of the health and wellness world. It's basically hipster soda with a scientific basis. Andrea Love builds entire worlds out of wool. She creates felt characters and animates them in stop motion, frame by frame. Each movement requires manually arranging these fluffy figures, so her videos are hours of work concentrated into a few seconds of magic. Her animations feel soft and warm, like watching a woven dream. Textile art in cinematic mode. Valentina Vasileva was the supermom of the 18th century. According to records, she gave birth to 69 children. We're talking about 16 sets of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets, all in 27 pregnancies. Guinness World Records holds the record for the most children born to a single woman. Her life was basically pregnancy, birth, repeat. The Lumi watch looks like a science fiction gadget. Instead of a screen, it projects the interface directly onto your arm. You slide your finger across your skin to open apps, as if your body were a living tablet. It uses a mini projector and sensors that detect where you touch. It's the first step toward becoming elegant cyborgs. Bricklaying competitions are like the Olympics of bricks. Teams compete to see who can build walls the fastest, straightest, and neatest. There are rules, judges, and a stopwatch, and the participants work at a speed that defies physics. You end up seeing a perfect wall built in minutes. It's a visual satisfaction for lovers of before and after photos. In the Bodhi tribe of Ethiopia, men compete to gain weight like crazy to win honor and prestige. For months, they drink mixtures of blood and cow's milk to achieve an XXL belly before the Ka-El festival. The one who ends up the roundest takes the glory of the village, even if they return to their normal weight afterward. In that corner of the world, a belly is a trophy. Cano Lopez is a master of brick-vaulted staircases, a traditional technique using thin bricks that seem to hold up almost by magic. Its staircases seem to float, perfect curves without tons of concrete. Each step is meticulously designed to distribute weight. It's architecture that feels like magic. Aria is a humanoid robot that speaks, provides companionship, and learns thanks to AI, as if a character from a futuristic film had been taken and placed in your living room. It can converse, recognize people, and adapt over time. Its function ranges from social assistant to tech companion, a little unsettling, but incredibly fascinating. At the San Andres Cholula Kite Festival, the sky fills with giant kites that look like floating murals. Families and artists compete for the most colorful and creative design, from dragons to giant mandalas. The wind becomes an art gallery, and each gust boosts the creator's self-esteem. It's pure joy with string and paper. The Great Mechanical Elephant in Nantes is a 39-foot-tall colossus that walks among the people like a fantasy creature. You can climb aboard and ride on its back as it moves its trunk and ears and exhales steam as if it were breathing. It weighs about 52 to 53 tons. It's half sculpture, half attraction, half steampunk dream. Yes, 3 halves, because it's enormous. Ekaterina Sisoeva creates 3D cars and paintings that seem to leap off the canvas. You look at her work and swear the car is about to take off. She plays with perspective and shadows to mercilessly deceive the eye. While still in her early 20s, she's already making waves on social media and in galleries. The fire-extinguishing balls are balls that you hang or place near risk areas, and if a flame touches them, boom, they explode in a controlled manner. When they explode, they release an extinguishing powder that puts out the fire in seconds without you having to get close. They're like fire grenades, but cool. A small gadget with a huge effect. Ivan Zivkovich dedicates himself to taking stunning close-ups of live insects, revealing eyes, wings, and hairs you never noticed. His macro photography transforms a simple fly into a gorgeous science fiction monster. Thanks to his lens, the small world looks gigantic and spectacular. After seeing it, even an ant looks like a professional model. A Chinese printer combines photography and 3D printing to create ultra-realistic models from simple images. You give it a photo of a person, and it returns a miniature statue of them, full of details, from clothing to expression. It's like creating a physical avatar, a collectible figure version. The YouTube channel Yeso Habana is the Bible of creative plastering. They show how to make moldings, reliefs, and decorations that look like palace art, but made with plaster and a trowel. It's mesmerizing to see how a 3D design appears on a flat wall with just patience and technique. After watching it, you'll want to plaster your entire house. Sea snakes are able to exhale small air bubbles to adjust their buoyancy, allowing them to breathe more easily near the surface. This mechanism helps them conserve energy when swimming long distances. The lotus flower has seeds that can remain underwater and dormant for decades before germinating. Its resilience has been the subject of studies on plant longevity. For this reason, it is considered a symbol of rebirth in several Asian cultures. In Egypt, cat mummies adorned with gold have been found, demonstrating the enormous spiritual value these animals held. Felines were seen as protectors against evil spirits and diseases. Some burials included sarcophagi carved especially for them. African gray parrots are notable for their exceptional intelligence. They can learn more than 1,000 words and understand concepts such as shapes, colors, and quantities. Their ability to mimic human voices is so accurate that they can deceive other animals and even unsuspecting people. In Norway, there is a museum dedicated exclusively to cheese, where more than 500 varieties are exhibited. The site documents centuries of Scandinavian cheesemaking tradition and preserves antique tools. It is a unique destination for food lovers. Sea snails possess a tooth structure called a radula, composed of hundreds of micro-teeth that function like a scraping band. They use it to pierce shells or scrape algae. It is one of nature's most resilient dental systems. In Greece, there are caves with gigantic gypsum crystals that can be more than 33 feet in length. These formations require thousands of years of stability to grow. The caves are so fragile that only authorized scientists are allowed access. The jaguar, the strongest feline in the Americas, possesses a bite so powerful that it can pierce the shells of adult turtles. Its technique consists of biting directly into the skull or the back of the prey's neck. This makes it a super predator of the jungle. In New Zealand, there are insects that mimic dried leaves with astonishing accuracy, from their texture to tiny spots that resemble fungi. This perfect camouflage makes them virtually invisible to predators. They are emblematic examples of adaptive evolution. Blue ice forms when layers of snow are compressed for centuries and expel air bubbles, leaving behind pure ice that refracts light in a unique way. This phenomenon can be seen in ancient glaciers. Its hypnotic color seems otherworldly. In 2001, Wikipedia launched its platform with just 20,000 articles created by volunteer contributors. In less than 2 decades, it became the largest encyclopedia ever created by humankind. The Nokia 1100 was released in 2003 and remains the best-selling mobile phone in history, with over 250 million units sold. Its success was due to its durability, long battery life, and affordable price. It was a device designed to function even in extreme conditions. Hey Ya by Outkast became one of the first viral songs without relying on social media. Its catchy rhythm, accompanied by an iconic music video, spread thanks to radio, forums, and word-of-mouth recommendations. It achieved global popularity and dominated music charts for months. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Zarpado for more awesome curiosities.